Hello, everybody, or anybody if you're here with me yet. Just getting started here. Um, an interesting stream set up for this evening. I don't see any of you here yet, so I'm just going to chat about the list for a moment until I see at least one or two of you guys are here with me, and then we'll sort of dig into the premise of this evening's stream. So I've been loving my 4-color list. I think I mentioned on the last stream, maybe on a couple streams now, that the 4-color approach just feels more natural to me. Arkham's Astrolabe just feels so smooth in the deck. It's just gives us things to do on turn 1. It sets our mana up to be super smooth for the rest of the game. As a top deck in the middle of the game, I mean, it's almost never just bad. I mean, if you have maybe limited mana and you need to draw exactly like a 2-drop or exactly a 3-drop, and you draw Astrolabe or something, maybe it could be a little bit clunky because you do have to pay mana to get it on the table, but really, like, you can't complain that you have to pay 1 mana for all that this card gives you. It just feels great in this deck. So it's one of the reasons I really love 4-color. It's just kind of unnecessary in Bant, I guess. Hey DV, welcome to the stream. You could play it in Bant. It does make your snake significantly better. Like, if you play a turn 1 Astrolabe with a basic and then play another basic, basically you're going to be set with Death Touch for the rest of the game. So it's possible that Bant Soulherder players should be playing more Astrolabes. I know some players are on Ether Vial, which is particularly strong with Eladamri's Call, because if your Ether Vial has 3 counters, you can end step search for whatever, Eternal Witness, and just Ether Vial it in right away, which is way more powerful than the way that I use Eladamri's Call, which is just end step for something and then pay for it on my next turn, like get Night of Autumn and pay 3 for Night of Autumn. Ether Vial works really well with this card, so if you're talking about which 1-drops to play in your deck, Ether Vial is definitely really synergistic with Eladamri's Call. You could run Mana Dorks. Deck doesn't run too many one CMC permanents, though, I think. So anyhow, I see a couple of you guys are here with me now. Again, welcome to the stream. I am going to be playing my 4-color build. I was saying earlier that it feels really good for me. I love Astrolabe. I've been loving Abrupt Decay. It's so nice to be able to just like kill a Death Shadow or something without ramping them, like with Assassin's Trophies. I've still got 2 trophies because they're like the thing that helps us sort of beat Tron. So I do love Assassin's Trophy. It's also removal, but you know, it's kind of bad. Like, if you get an opening hand with 2 of these, you don't want to like kill a couple of low CMC creatures and just ramp the opponent into their big stuff. And of course, Siege Rhino feels great. I'm trying Ashiok in the sideboard again. It's been a while. I used to play this card, but the metagame seems like it's kind of an Ashiok meta. I was running 1 surgical yesterday or the day before, and I went up to 2. It's just the combo. There's a bunch of combos. Like, the main combo is with Assassin's Trophy. Like, just blow up a Tron land, surgical it. Like, I want to draw one of these cards against Tron. And then there's another like mini combo with Thoughtseize. You know, you look at their hand at the beginning of the game, you take away Primeval Titan and surgical it. It's pretty solid. So this is the sort of basic 4-color list that I'm on right now. But this evening, you might see poking up here in the corner, somebody was saying on Discord, actually it was Nebbles, I think, was talking about a morph build of our deck, basically running a handful of extremely powerful morph cards. You pay 3 mana and put them onto the battlefield as a 2/2, and then you can just ephemerate it. When it comes back to the battlefield, it's suddenly a 6/6 flying trample protection from white and blue. You can pump it if you've got access to red mana with Astrolabe. The flying and trample and protection is pretty beautiful for the low price of 3 mana. So if you get to a point in a game where it seems like a 6/6 flying creature with trample would be good, you can use Eladamri's Call for it. Again, if you need life gain or any other sort of toolbox effect, you can also call for it, but it seems like there's going to be spots where we're going to want a 6/6 flying trampler. 2 times Vial, 2 times Astrolabe. Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. The thing about Astrolabe in 4 colors for me is I'm playing spells like Thoughtseize and Ashiok. I guess Ashiok's blue, so really Thoughtseize, and that's kind of a limited thing, I guess. Like, it's not a huge concern. But I really love that Astrolabe gives me access not just to the black mana for things like Thoughtseize, but also it's just super versatile. Black mana when I need it for Abrupt Decay, black mana for Assassin's Trophy. So in 4 colors, you need the color fixing for your black spells. Aether Vial's fine if you want to vial in a Sin Collector, because it's a creature, but Aether Vial doesn't help us cast our black spells. So I'm kind of like on the fence about running Aether Vial in this list, even though I do see the strong synergy with Eladamri's Call. Hey, Paintball Demon, welcome to the stream. If I were going to run Aether Vial, it would be in a Bant build, similar to what CFT SO3, SOC3, it's a mouthful. The list that we saw recently, he's running 4 calls. Seems a bit high to me, but again, call gets much better with Aether Vial. So I'd go Bant, so I don't really need Astrolabe. Run 4 Aether Vials, run 3 or 4 calls, and just get whatever you want and vial it in. That seems like a really strong approach. But this evening, to make space for Akroma, it's a finisher, right? It basically costs 4 mana to get going because it's 3 mana for the morph plus 1 for Ephemerate. So I'm gonna trim 1 Siege Rhino. It's not like super cut and dry. Siege Rhino gains life, so it helps in certain matchups, whereas Akroma doesn't. But the whole point is just to see how the card does. I think I'm going to, I'm only running a singleton, but I would never run more than that. The idea is that we can call for it if we want it. So let's jump into some cues, and we'll try to land some Akromas tonight and see how the card feels. This is in keeping with my recent testing of cards like Panharmonicon, the new Thassa, Gifts Ungiven. We've got to sort of look at all the angles. We've got people looking at, Tide Hollow Sculler synergies with Wasteland, Strangler, and Ephemerate. We've got people pushing Eladamri's Call like CFT. We need people just like really trying everything, because who knows, just around the corner or something, there's some crazy synergy that we should have been running the whole time. So yeah, let's try some Akroma. I was going to play, because I'm starting to feel really comfortable again with my blacklist. I was going to jump into a league this evening, but if I'm testing Akroma, I think I'll just play some cues, just like I did in this weekend stream. Hopefully, some of you guys saw the video that I uploaded today to YouTube. It was my match against Tron yesterday. The Tron opponent made a couple of missteps, I guess you could say, but they still had a turn 3 Karn and a turn 4 Ulamog, and I still beat it. So pretty hard to lose when you cast those spells, but my Tron opponent managed to do it. All right, let's get this all sorted. I'm gonna adjust my window for you guys. Let's see what's going on here. We've got green, white, black. It's pretty clunky. It's got some good cards in it. Opponent is, I'm sorry, I gotta open up my game log here. Wow, just resized the whole thing. Hang on a second. Opponent's mulliganing. That might affect whether I keep or not. We're gonna definitely, if we don't draw land, we would have to get white here, and the only things we can cast with green and white are like a wall or Night of Autumn. If we draw a snake, I can get blue, then we don't have Ephemerate. It's clunky. I'm on the fence about this one. Hey, come back to Earth. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's just slow. I think I'll mulligan here. It's a tricky hand. You guys can yell at me if you don't like the decision. Well, this is better, I think. It's still slow, but Uro is always great. I'm going to keep this and put Time Warp back in the deck. So it looks like we'll probably open up with Overgrown Tomb. Fencer's okay. We're pretty far from double blue. Well, not too far. We're going to get probably blue with this, I guess. All right, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. When I do these streams, I have like a light that I got to help help the webcam sort of see me better. And it's always in my eyes a little bit and takes some getting used to when I start a stream. That's why I tend to make some weird decisions at the beginning of my streams. I'm trying to take my time and make sure I don't punt anything. I have no idea what I'm playing against. I'm sure I'm just going to get like, they're going to cast like Unburial Rites or something and I'll get wrecked. Well, that was a good draw. I'm sure this is like Remand or Mystical Dispute or some annoying counterspell. All right. Land? Nah, no land. Bit of a bummer. Hopefully they're on some kind of artifacts or enchantments. We can just blow something up with Night. Maybe it's like a Planeswalker deck. Opt. Definitely a control-y deck. Going to want to bring into Ferry. They went bottom there. All right, they play a land and they pass. Another land is okay. I'm going to attack and then probably just play Uro. We've got the extra land in hand. And if they counter and it goes to the graveyard, it doesn't really bother me that much. So I think we'll go green. And if we draw an Ephemerate here, we can play the Vista and get white if we want to go that way. Imagine the opponent has to have something here. Nothing. Well, they could path him, which would be reasonable. All right, so we're getting to the point where we don't really want to draw a ton more lands, so I'll just play the Vista and thin the deck a little bit. Although, you know what? I do need to get white with the Vista anyway, since I'm like just off white for the time being. All right, well, I mean, as I said, I don't know what I'm playing against. They could just untap and do something bonkers. I mean, even just like landing Jace here is pretty good. I guess I've got a Deputy, but I'm sure they have removal. Okay, Kaya's Guile, fine. You got it, opponent. Deputy works pretty well against tokens. It is a white deck, so Uro's probably going to get pathed. We have to be careful against this control deck to not fall too far behind on time. So I'll start worrying about that now a little bit. As I said, I am going to get white here. We do have a bunch of white in our hand. Although, yeah, I will. Where is my... Pretty sure I have 2 islands, but I didn't just see a second island. All right, what's the plan here? I've got 3 cards for Uro. They're at Cryptic Mana at this point. I think I'm just going to lead with Oracle and then just go like Wall, you know, like push out these little cards that just replace themselves. That's pretty awesome. That's going to get me another blue source, potentially. I guess a Hallowed Fountain would be perfect. Yeah, I'm kind of fine just playing a Wall of Blossoms, I guess. I could also go Deputy and just get rid of this stupid token. But I'll just play the Wall. Actually, I should have tapped differently, because if I draw an Astrolabe, I can't cast it right now. All right, well, that's fine. Land situation is looking pretty good at this point. Opponent's on 4 cards. We're on 4 cards. I've got some answers set up. We can start holding up Venser. Snapcaster for Opt is interesting. I feel like Snapcaster could have been better used on Kaya's Guile. And remember, every fetch that we crack, we're working towards Uro. Of course, they're seeing that Uro, they're probably just going to keep passing with a lot of mana up. The Wall is actually relevant here because Snapcaster can't really get in. At a certain point, I'm going to have like plenty of land to start double spelling and such. Not sure if they played. Yeah, they played a Glacial Fortress that turn. So they're on curve, but we're slightly ahead, I guess. I need to stop drawing lands. I guess I can go Uro into... well, let's see. I've got Venser. If I wait one more turn, I can Uro and then Venser their Cryptic or something to let Uro resolve. So this turn, maybe I just go Deputy if they want to do something about it. It's, you know, it's one card out of their hand. And if I go Deputy, I should be able to hold up Venser this turn anyway. But maybe if am I going to attack into the Snapcaster? I kind of feel like I am. You think play Knight as a 4/3? It's close. I just feel like, you know, they could land like a detention sphere or something like that, and I might want to hold Knight up to blow it up. So I'm just gonna go Deputy. I don't know. Deputy is too important against. I mean, I guess they could have Lingering Souls, right? So let's go Knight. And Knight also lets me hold up double blue like this for Venser, and I can go get another forest or another. I guess forest is the only option. And if they path me, it's not too terrible. I do have more basics in the deck. I've got a swamp. I've got an island. The third forest is in my hand. Target player draws 2 cards. That seems okay. I don't love the opponent drawing 2 cards, but not really worth deploying Venser, I think. Yeah, but there has to be a reason that Deputy is important. Like, it's not just... okay, so they're attacking... This looks like a board wipe, which I could return to their hand if I want to. Or try to, at least. Of course, they could have like a Monoleak in hand or something and counter Venser. But then they're tapped out. We could cast Uro next turn. Yeah, let's try this, right? This is what Venser is for. Although it puts it back into their hand, which they can then cast next turn. I could Ephemerate. I guess I get a semi-big attack in here. I can get anything. I guess any more white or more blue. More blue probably. So Breeding Pool. Okay, so this just means I'm going to resolve Uro on my turn. Totally fine. And that was a great draw. So Uro with blue, blue, green, green. I'm fairly certain they're going to untap and path Uro, but he's going to get some value for us. That was pretty slick. I might want to cast that now while they're tapped out. No, I think I'm going to just hold up Ice Fang. Yeah, Akroma's in the deck. We're going to do it. All right, Path's going to resolve. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and just flash the thing. Nah, it's fine. They can path it. We got our value. We'll get our black mana. Thin the deck. Opponent's down to 2 cards. We've got an Eternal Witness. We're falling behind a little bit on time, but I'm aware of it. If they have another Mana Leak, it's going to be annoying, but all right, sweet. We're ahead on life, which is nice. That's actually a decent top deck. Like, imagine if that was a Mana Dork. It'd be pretty bad. Or an Ether Vial, right? Are they countering this? Oh, they're going to push. This seems okay. Not a lot I can do about it anyway. Opponent down to 1 card. I like that quite a lot. All right, is it Akroma time? I think it's Akroma time. Oh wait, I don't have. I could do Soulherders. Can I do? Hang on, let's do the math. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I can go this plus 5 plus Soulherder. It's perfect. Here we go. Is the opponent going to let me do it? Opponent's thinking about it. They've got the Cryptic Command. They let it resolve. And, you know, if they use their counterspell on Soulherder, whatever. We've still got all 4 Ephemerates in the deck. Remember, I only have 1 Soulherder, and I can get it back with Eternal Witness next turn. Unless they path it when it resolves. I didn't think we'd get to Akroma in the very first game of the stream, but opponent's thinking really hard. Oh wait, that was I think what I did was that's actually a little bit funny because when you do Eladamri's Call, it reveals the card. All right, so they're countering and drawing. So they know that this is Akroma. That's funny. Oh man, I've got a potential Akroma on the board. I don't have. I need 2 more Astrolabes to cast, like, to actually flip it without an Ephemerate. Oh, they're gonna get Path here. Well, I guess I get my final. Oh, they're getting Push. Well, either I guess that's better than Path. Opponent back down to 1 card. We do have Eternal Witness, so we can hope that they didn't draw another counterspell. Opponent's getting closer to equalizing on time. Oh wait, all right. So they push is actually better because we can get it back. Are they going Jace here? They are. So we can Deputy that. Good call on holding the Deputy in hand. I don't like that they're brainstorming. Kind of annoying. I do like that they're tapped out. All right, what can we do here? We can... It stinks that there's no Ephemerates in the graveyard. I can play Witness, get back Soulherder, blink Witness, get back Venser. I can do a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get back Venser, maybe. Or get back Akroma. I don't know. Akroma seems good. All right, I mean, that's a pretty solid turn for us. Supreme Verdict. Why not? So they're trying to Fate Seal me. What? They put a card on the bottom. That's cool. Still gonna crack this fetch land, I think. Pithing Needle will definitely come in. Ephemerate. Island. Oh, wait, that's not what we want to do. So now, I mean, opponent's going to get to Jace and just find exactly what they want. So, I mean, we've got infinite mana, basically. So I can start playing really, really fast. Are they going to path me? I think I'm out of basics at this point, which kind of stinks. The fact that I haven't drawn any ephemerates is kind of putting us where we are, I think. Like, imagine if the opponent just went for Snap Path and I had an ephemerate in hand instead of that island. It would be game over pretty much. So now Akroma's out of the picture. They're trying... Okay, they're Fate Sealing me at this point, which is pretty obnoxious. But I'm just going to play really fast to make the opponent win. Path. Let's do it. Should have done it on their turn, but whatever. So Pithing Needle, Thoughtseize, Sin Collector, maybe Surgical to get rid of Supreme Verdicts. Yeah, I could play against Wraths better in the next game. I mean, seeing like multiple Supreme Verdicts in the main deck is kind of intense. They don't know I have the Force in hand. Because they put my last thing on the bottom. They're leaving that on top. They're 2 turns from just ultimating Jace, which is kind of embarrassing. Oh, wait, stop. I don't want F6. Because I do have Force to back this up. So I don't have another Deputy, unfortunately. But I can get an Eternal Witness and like Venser Jace. They almost certainly have a counterspell in hand, but we can fight through one of them. Opponent left this on top, presumably because they can counter it. Okay. So we can get Uro, but the opponent's just going to Fate Seal me to death. So I think we get Eternal Witness. We've got not enough mana to Venser and Force. Oh wait, yes we do. I think exactly. No, we don't have enough. But that is kind of the line. Oh, I can get Deputy back. So it's good. Yeah, we have enough mana here. So they're going to try to counter this, presumably. Maybe they have a Path. Maybe they have another Supreme Verdict. Maybe they have another Snap. Path in response. Okay. Well, semi-stabilized. Another Supreme Verdict, though, kind of wrecks me. Snap, Supreme Verdict. Another Jace. Well, let's go for the counter. They are fairly low on cards, but they did Brainstorm once or twice. All right, Mono Leak is going to resolve. Obviously, we can't pay for that. MTGO. All right. Well, now at this point, it's sort of fine if they kill Deputy because, you know, Jace just kills the other Jace. So at this point, they're brainstorming. We can kill Jace if they don't have removal. Let's go with some Ephemerates for once. Ugh, deck. So I fully expect just like straight up, like, like 2 pieces of removal with both of my creatures. Let's see how it goes. Wow. All right. Well, let's play our 8 millionth land. I still do have a Temple Garden to get. Opponent on 2 cards. Got to play fast. Do we cast this main or do we wait? I think I cast it now. And then if it's a creature, I'm probably not going to overextend, I guess. Are they going to kill this thing now? Okay, they're drawing 2 cards. All right, I'll wait on the second Coatl. I don't know if it's correct or not, but they're drawing a lot of cards. We're only 1 minute apart now. I need to keep playing fast. Let the opponent get behind me. All right, I'm still not going to cast this Coatl. We need to maintain some sort of like card parity. That's a good one. No Colonnades out right now. All right, let's see what the opponent's got for us. If they kill the Deputy, I can just try to, oh, wait a second. So they're putting Supreme Verdict back on top. All right, they can do that, and then I'm going to try to trophy Jace when it resolves. Yeah. Okay. I do have 1 more force in the deck. All right, so I got rid of Jace. That's awesome. Opponent does get to Brainstorm, which means they're going to be up to 4 cards. We're with less than a minute apart at this point. No, I don't want to let them draw a counter spell and counter the trophy. Maybe. All right, gonna play fast. Astrolabe, better than land, I guess, but I don't really have lands yet. Lands left, I should say. They have another Sanctuary. It's going to take them a long time to win at this point. They're getting Archmage's Charm, which lets them, I don't know, draws them some cards, I guess, basically. Okay, another Astrolabe. That's fine. About 30 seconds apart at this point. Assassin's Trophy, another good one. Only 18 cards left in our deck. Ephemerate is reasonable. All 4 Ephemerates were on the bottom of the deck. All right, and we're basically equalized on time at this point. So we know they have an Archmage's Charm in hand. Not a lot we can do about it. By the end of the opponent's turn, we should be equalized. Or they don't have an Arc... Yeah, they had the Archmage's Charm. Or they have an Esper Charm, but they just drew into the Archmage Charm, I'm pretty sure. So they can cast that and draw 2 more cards, or just counter my next spell. Supreme Verdict's fine. Not going to Ephemerate. I am now ahead on time. Uro seems good. I don't know why people counter it the second time around. It makes no sense. Okay, Monoleague's going to resolve. We're not going to pay for it. Falling a little bit behind on time again. But remember, the opponent's the one that kind of has to win. At a certain point, okay, Coatl. I'm pretty sure it's CMC 1. How am I still drawing lands? I have no more lands to fetch, so I'll keep that one in hand. Oh my god. You know what? Hang on a second. Wait. Don't go to the end of the turn, please. Oh, alright. I'm sorry. I should have cast Uro again. Snap. I don't know why I didn't cast Uro. That was silly. Kaya's Guile. Okay. We are down to 12 cards in the deck. Okay, Teferi is going to get trophied right away. Or attempt to trophy. They probably have a counter spell. There is a Siege Rhino in the deck, and I believe there's another call. Alright, 2 Ephemerates. I don't love it, but whatever. And I have the one creature that... Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. They got 1 card left in their hand. And I've got 2 chances to Ephemerate if they have removal in hand. Opponent's thinking real hard. It resolves. And I'm ahead on time. Alright, let's do this. Opponent should scoop instead of thinking if they can't do anything. They don't have a lot of time to work with. Okay, they're countering it, and that's their last card, so now we ephemerate, and we win. Yay! Oof, what a game. Almost a minute advantage, well, 40 seconds. All right, so we got there. Oro is pretty amazing, actually. So basically, this kind of a control deck is going to have a really hard time. It's going to have a really hard time winning in 9 minutes. I'm going to make it a little bit harder for them. I feel like maybe I should bring in Worship. That's a good like time sink. Thoughtseize is good. Veil is good. Pithing Needle is good. All this stuff is good. Yeah, they've had just infinite counterspells. And infinite board wipes. So the walls are a little bit unnecessary. Should I bring in Surgical to deal with like the board wipes? Knight seemed sort of superfluous. Path, probably unnecessary. They could bring in Monastery Mentor as a quick way to close out the game, but we do have trophies available. Actually, they could play a little Teferi, so I might bring in a second Abrupt Decay. We need to take 5 cards out. Surgical's really good, but what am I guess I can sort of counter snap targets, but also get rid of like board wipes. Okay. Didn't really, let's see, I don't think I need, I don't know. We don't need the life gain, so trim 1 Oro. I can always call for 1. Siege Rhino is a good win condition. Gotta stop talking, just think. All right, let's do it, guys. We got a time advantage. Playing against a control opponent who has to win 2 games. Snap keep. Amazing. I'm going to go with Coatl, so if they want to counter it, they can do it on their turn. Because, man, I want to land Teferi next turn. I'm probably just going to go for Ashiok, try to get the counterspells out. Yeah, I mean, Ashiok's going to hose their fetches, so they almost certainly have to counter it. Could also just play Uro, but no problem just waiting for Uro a turn or 2. So they're going for like a counterspell and then a Jace or something, but remember, it's all pretty slow. I've got Pithing Needles in the deck. Opponent's thinking hard about this. If they tap out for Jace, I mean, they could have a force, but getting Teferi down would be... Okay, they're drawing 2 cards rather than countering it. Let's see what we exile. Exile to Force, exile to Rest in Peace. Exile to Jace. That was a pretty good hit by Ashiok. They can't search. That's awesome. Good job, Ashiok. Oh, wait. What? Oh, yeah, they can't search. That's awesome. They tried to. Just going to mill this guy out. So now I think we go for Teferi and just like nail in the coffin situation. They could have countered Ashiok. That was just a bad call on their part. We got an Eternal Witness to get back the Teferi. I mean, they had a counter spell in hand. Jesus, what are they doing over there? This is getting kind of like feel bad. Oh, the opponent just conceded. Oh, poor opponent. Man, I don't know. Modern's a tough format. You gotta stay sharp. So after a quite epic game 1, kind of a let's see what I would have drawn here. I mean, I don't know. We're generally like so gas against control decks. So that went pretty much how I expected it to, or how you kind of want it to. Maybe the opponent chose the wrong mode or something, but they have to target themselves to draw the card, so they were thinking about it. Maybe they just realized that they can't win 2 games in 8 minutes, and they want to go spend their time better against like a new opponent. And if that's the calculus here, that like they're just, even if they could counter this, like can they win this game in 4 minutes and then win another one in 4 minutes? It's probably not. So yeah, easy peasy. Let's go ahead and just join another queue. We were very close to Akroma. The opponent had to fight pretty hard. All right, we have an opponent right away. It is a little bit... I don't love that that Eladamri's call shows them what our morph is. Like, it showed them that I was getting Akroma. Opponent's mulliganing. We're going to open up with Astrolabe. Things look pretty good. If we get green, we could even have like Trophy on next turn, or even Eladamri's Call, but probably just going to be Ice Fang, depending on what we see. If it's Tron, we could certainly cast Assassin's Trophy. Opponent's on a Multa 6 so far. All right, they stuck with 6. All right, so it's either Burn or Prowess. We've got a bunch of life gain. It's not the worst matchup in the world, but we have to play super tight. I beat Prowess in the last stream, but lost to... Sorry, I beat Infect, but I think I lost to Burn stupidly. So also, we could have Death Touch online if we draw another basic. Forces are good in this spot. I only have 2 in the deck. Well, that's another basic, so we can potentially just trade off with an Ice Fang next turn. All right, so it looks like Prowess. So we're going to do a bit of damage this turn. We may just want to trophy the Swift Spear next turn, like let them go all in like this, and then trophy. Opponent has no idea what I'm on right now, so I don't want to play an Ice Fang and let them bolt it or something like that, or lob it. No, they're just going all in right here. They're going to do a bunch of damage. They wasted 1 mana. They've got 3 cards. They're going to drop to 4 next turn. Knight, good for life gain, obviously. But we're going to get an island and use the Astrolabe to blow up the Swift Spear here. And then next turn, we'll play Knight, I guess. I don't love having to play Shocks in this matchup. I could go for the Ice Fang now, because often in a situation like this, after they exhaust their hand, they play something like Kiln Fiend or Steamkin. So I kind of like saving the trophy for the better target. Also, playing Coatl gives me a better chance at drawing like a non-shock to be able to just like not take so much damage. Oh wait, the opponent has, this is stupid. That's a little bit dumb, but if they sacrifice a mountain, that's sort of, I guess, okay. And this still does draw me a card. I momentarily forgot about the Lava Dart in the graveyard. All right, so they are going after my dude. Also, using the Ice Fang here means that they can't Lava Dart my... wow, this guy's going like crazy. All right, well, these are all good draws. We're taking some damage. And it looks like they can't... wow, okay. So we drew another Assassin's Trophy. I think this turn we just have to play the Shock, gain 4, pass back to them. Alternatively, we play the tapped Shock, and then just Assassin's Trophy. It's all a little bit clunky. I would love it if we had like an Ephemerate or something in hand. Yeah, I think I want to get down the Knight. Just fighting on the axis that they're attacking us on. Okay, so a land off the top would be sweet. They didn't, I don't think they missed a land drop last turn. I think they just, or maybe they did. I don't think they did. I think they just cycled the land very aggressively. I think we're fine taking this here. They're probably going to follow up with a creature, I'd imagine. Like I was saying last turn, that was kind of their plan. If they want to go all in with bolts and stuff like that, okay, we drew a land, exactly like I wanted to. So it doesn't look like they have a ton of gas. We can Eladamri's call for a Soulherder. Sorry, not a Soulherder, a Siege Rhino to cast next turn. We can go green-white, but then we won't have Trophy up. But with Siege Rhino, we feel better about just like chump blocking with Knight. I could also just play Deputy and force them to commit a spell to get Monastery Swiftsphere back. It's kind of tricky. I think sort of no matter what, I want to play an Astrolabe. So I can go ahead and do that. Opponent's thinking. Ephemerate would be sweet. Oh my god. All right, beautiful. So I can't imagine they have absolutely nothing to spend their 2 mana on after getting in cleanly with Monastery Swiftsphere. So At this point, we've got Call and Ephemerate up at instant speed, as either Call or Trophy. So things starting to sort of feel pretty good. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't want to attack there. All right, I don't know what's going on. Maybe their hand is full of lands. They're just waiting to So here, I'm starting to think that I do want to blow up the Swift Spear. But again, I can just take it, and if they sort of go off with a bunch of spells, I can Ephemerate and gain life, or I can just Trophy when the thing becomes like a 4/5. All right. So they have to respond one way or another here. I could get Akroma, but honestly, I think I just want to gain life. Akroma, I could Akroma and Ephemerate. Nah, you don't want to Ghost Block, because then they blow you out like crazy. I might be giving my opponent too much credit. But you know what? Uro actually seems pretty good. Uro is just like a whole other axis to fight them on, and it lets me continue to hold up Ephemerate. So I think Uro is the take here. And I'm not going to Ephemerate because they're holding up so many cards. I'm gonna play kind of conservatively. I'm not gonna get Akroma and then lose to 3 bolts. I'm actually going to I can go to Ephemerate it right now. Is that too greedy? I don't think it's too greedy. We've got a force in hand. They can't really do anything about it. We don't have a knight to catch the rebound. I'm sorry, we do have a knight to catch the rebound. All right, that was a good one. So we're gonna let this go now, and just pass with force and Ephemerate up. So since I'm not attacking here, I mean I'm not blocking here. I may. I don't know. The thing is, when we turn the corner against this deck, like we turn the corner hard. So I don't really care that they're at 20 instead of 18. I'm going to crack this in response, just go get a basic plains. Just so they can't kill the knight in response to me cracking my land. All right, so I mean, it's time to cast the rebound. We can force their hand here, I guess. They're gonna let me gain 4 life. All right, so their hand is just full of lands or something. We're gonna cast Uro again, and the game's gonna end pretty soon. It's kind of the weirdest game I've had against this deck in forever. Leaving Eladamri's Call, that card seems pretty busted in this situation. All right, so at this point, we actually have to discard the hand size. So I think I might as well just Ephemerate the knight. Like, kind of, like, why not, basically? All right, so they're going to Burst Lightning. Force their hand, like, one way or another, you know? Like, we're at 21 life now. We've got Uro on the board. Got Force of Negation in hand. 2 removal spells, a Deputy. Just pretty stacked. If they try to go like double bolt on Uro, we can just force one of them. Okay, Steamkin is sort of whatever. Single bolt, and I think we're going to see the double bolt. It's kind of exciting. Sorry, opponent. I guess they do have, well, they don't have mana, so kind of a blowout. You got it. 3 damage coming through. Look out. Swift Spear on the prowl. Wow, look at these removal spells. And then, I don't know. It all kind of doesn't really matter at this point. Opponent's in it to win it, though. All right, they scooped. So yeah, this matchup has felt pretty positive with this build. The Uros gaining life, backing up the Knights. In this matchup, we definitely bring in Auriok Champion, Celestial Purge, Winds of Abandon. I mean, they can be a little fast for wins, but if we get it off, it can be decent. I might reconsider it. Definitely not paying life for my spells if I can avoid it. Abrupt Decay is sensational. A little mana intensive, but definitely bringing it in. Sin Collector is very good. It exiles things. It doesn't put it in the graveyard. Ashiok, they don't really run fetches at all, but it gets rid of like... they can use their Lava Darts on their turn, like flash it back at the same time. So I don't know if Ashiok's really worth it. Interested to know your guys' thoughts on whether to bring Ashiok in for this matchup. Similarly to Ferry is like, kind of whatever. I want to think about what I have to take out. I'm going to leave in the 2 forces because countering like a light up the stage can be pretty awesome. Time Warp is a little slow. Akroma could be interesting. Soulherder just dies. Eladamri's Call for life gain is awesome. The walls are awesome. Deputy also just kind of dies usually, so Deputy comes out. Not cutting any removal. I think I'll trim Winds. It's always a little clunky in the matchup, particularly on the draw. Graveyard Hate for the 7-drop. Oh, no. Yeah, that thing just gets pathed or whatever. I mean, it does draw them 3 cards. These 4 coming in, so far I've taken out 2. I need to trim 1 more. I mean, trimming 1 Witness seems like it could be fine. Actually, Venser, that's the card. I just wasn't seeing it. So now the question is whether we want to bring in to Ferry if he's better than anything else. And I don't know, the build seems pretty solid. We've got all the life gain. We're bringing in more removal, more life gain, and like the best Stonewall with Auriok. And then Sin Collector just like is pure card advantage, especially if we can ephemerate it. We're going to leave Akroma in because that's the plan this evening. Not that far behind on time. Typically not an issue in this matchup. All right. This is a really nice opening hand. Obviously, there's a couple things we can't cast yet, but we've got the defense and the ephemerate. So we sort of have to keep these kinds of hands. They're Kind of what we're looking for. Most likely going to open up with the wall. Force is a decent addition. That makes it even more likely that I'll open up with the wall. Oh yeah, that's true, I guess. I do have a red card, and yeah, I do have a red card in hand. All right, so Kiln Fiend is rough. If I draw black, I might just decay that right away. I would decay it on their turn for sure. So come on, yeah, I didn't get the fetch. So, you know, basically we're just going to look to counter Crash Through. I could go Oracle and hope to hit a land. It just seems so greedy, so I think I'm not going to do that. I guess if I'm going to chump block anyway, it doesn't make a big difference, especially if I'm... Actually, no, I wanted to hold up Coiling Oracle. Now I got another thing to pitch to force. So I'm sort of happy to just chump block for a little while until we get to mana to actually like deal with this threat. I played a Fog against this deck the other day that prevented like 17 damage or something stupid. So more like 13 or 14 damage, I guess. Okay, so we block. It's already replaced itself. Little by little, opponent says. They haven't played a land yet. It'd be cool if they were short on lands. I know it dies to basically any spell they cast here, but it's fine. This is okay. I'm gonna let that resolve. I was prepared to trade the Wall of Blossoms anyway. Or I should say, chump with the Wall of Blossoms. If they had played Crash Through, like I would have countered that. Light up the stage, I will counter. And I think I'm going to pitch... this is a tough one, right? Because we want to ramp into lands, but at the same time, Death Touch seems a little bit more important. So, I think I pitched the Oracle. Are they going to miss the land drop? I mean, missing a land drop means they've got a ton of gas in hand. I would love to draw some white here. Or black, actually. Well, I drew a white spell. Not exactly what I was looking for. So we're going to play our tapped Breeding Pool. Unfortunately, if they've got Crash Through, sort of set to get a bit wrecked here. Mana's not coming through this game. I mean, if we drew like Eternal Witness, get back Force, that could be good, but I'm probably just going to play Ice Fang here, but not block. Well, I mean, if they have Lava Dart. I mean, you can't assume that they have everything, right? Like, if there's a Lava Dart in the graveyard, like there was last game, then sure. So opponent's got 5 cards, probably deal a lot of damage. Let's say that it's like Bolt, then I can just like chump block, that's fine. Alright, gonna throw the Ice Fang down. I bet they don't try to remove it, since it doesn't have Death Touch, but you never know. Man, it would be so nice if I had Ephemerate here. Alright, so they're gonna Burst Lightning this guy. It is what it is. We don't have anything we can do about it. Jesus, alright. Even like an Astrolabe just like sets us up so nice. Oh. Man, alright, well, nothing we can do. Just hope that we don't die next turn, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to die next turn. This is unfortunate. Between all the fetches and all the Astrolabes, it's really unusual to just get totally screwed like this. Like to be kept off white and off black. Very, very rarely happens. So they cast the Burst Lightning, not a Lava Dart. If they got Lava Dart, that's a lot of damage. 2 from the Lava Dart, 6 from the Kiln Fiend. That's 8 plus, that's 9. Then a Bolt puts it to 12. Well, Steamkin is kind of the best I could have hoped for here. Come on, just give me like an Astrolabe or something. That didn't attack. I love it. Yes. Oh my god, it's my lucky day. And we could still draw, if we draw like planes here or something, we get to remove just one still, because we don't have a path. We just have Purge and then Trophy and such. Well, all right, that's something. Possible they didn't attack. I don't know why they didn't attack. It's just like incorrect. Totally incorrect. So we can do like, if we get like a shock here, we can do Eladomries. No. We have to use 2 mana removal, I guess. Regardless, and then we'll get a tapped shock from this thing. With the Astrolabe now, Death Touch will be established. Harsh Mentor. So whenever they activate an ability, so I think it's just time to blow up the Kiln Fiend, honestly, in response to this nonsense. I'm gonna go get, I guess, blue-white. Blue-white. If I get black-green, I could do double Trophy and Decay and stuff. That seems decent. So if I get Overgrown Tomb, I still don't have natural white, but I do have the Astrolabe. I think we're fine for now. I think black is probably better. And I don't want to pay for activating Astrolabe now, so I'm going to... Well, actually... Yeah, I think I just hit the Kiln Fiend now so I don't take extra damage. Because this guy will deal 2 damage to me, and that's 2 damage that I'd rather not take. And then, as I mentioned, next turn I can kill Harsh Mentor, and then that lets me Abrupt Decay with without taking a ping from Harsh Mentor. All right, well, you know, they're going to have 2 more cards in hand. They could go somewhere with this. To cast or not to cast, opponent? That is the question. They're giving it a good think. So now it looks like kill this and this, right? Next turn. Okay, well, they've got 1 card in hand. They were thinking hard about whether to remove counters or not. They could do it second main if they felt like it. All right, so we've got the instant speed removal. So I think that's what we're going to hold up. The opponent's on 1 card. If they can kill us, they can kill us. There's not a lot we can do about it. I've really been liking Abrupt Decay. Maybe I should have killed Steamkin on my turn. I'm not sure that they can, like... It depends on if they have, like, lots of spells that draw cards, like Monomorphose, Crash Through, that kind of thing. Well, they removed it, so they want the mana. There's a Crash Through. It's going to draw a card. I don't think any of this really matters unless it's, like, damage coming to our face. But you know what? There's no reason to let them continue to draw cards and accumulate mana with Steamkin, so I think I'm just going to Abrupt Decay. Actually, hang on a second. I think I'm going to hit Mentor and Steamkin and just sit back. Again, there's very little I can do except kill their creatures, I think, and so... We're pretty vulnerable. The fact that we have, like, basically no creatures here think I probably should have killed Steamkin on my turn. I guess we'll see how it goes. Depends on what they draw. I killed the Harsh Mentor so I don't just take 2 from the Astrolabe. Depends on if they have 2 more spells to pump Swift Spear, whether the calculus was correct or not, but it seems okay. Yeah, I see that they have the Canyons. Yeah, I should have definitely killed Steamkin. That was a bit of a misstep, but all right, we got it. But they're gonna have 2 cards, potentially 3 in hand now after cracking this Canyon. Well, 4 in hand, I guess. Ugh, no, guys, we're dead. Oh, Harsh Mentor and Eidolon. Yikes. So maybe now that we see what kind of build they're on, maybe we do bring in Winds of Abandon. I think we're just toast here. Siege Rhino is a good start. Very good start, actually. Like, the best possible start. That was a ridiculous draw. It's a singleton in the deck. Did I just take 2 from this guy? If oh, it's a mana ability. That's funny. All right, I should have checked that. I didn't take any damage from Astrolabe. All right, so opponent, we need him to whiff a little bit here. All right, just a hard cast, light up the stage. Nothing we can do about it. They found a Kiln Fiend and a Mountain, so that means they can cast the Kiln Fiend, but they can't attack this. I guess they can attack. They're going to deal some damage to me. I can kill one of their creatures. Probably best to kill Eidolon, so we don't just die if we cast a spell. Actually, if we draw... I mean, I can at least single Ephemerate. We know that the only thing they can do here is cast Kiln Fiend. It's an interesting game, actually. I would love to draw a white source. Oro's a good one. So we can gain like 7 life this turn. Might not be good enough, but it could be. Definitely going to attack and then Ephemerate Siege Rhino. Actually, I don't know if that's definite. Maybe I need to try to... Well, we could still hit another, like a white source here would be insane. Force, not the best. And we're not going to Ephemerate Uro, but if we get another turn, we can actually cast Uro and hopefully just take over the game. So I've done this before where I pass to burn, and then they untap, and I try to Ephemerate in response, and then they just they burn me out while I'm tapped out. So I kind of want to just attack and Ephemerate now. To win... I think I have to pass the turn. I don't think so, because this guy's... Well, maybe. If they draw 1 burn spell, it makes this guy a 4 power, which then they can just cycle this and potentially draw another spell. They're probably not going to be able to deal with the Siege Rhino. All right, we'll do it. As I was saying, like, you can pass and then get blown out, so I'll just do it now, and maybe we'll get blown out anyway. But they could also just draw a land or another, like, Harsh Mentor or something. Harsh Mentor is actually pretty bad against us. I guess it's for fetches, basically. Man, it'd be so good if I had Force online right now. Crash through is rough. I need them to whiff here. I need double whiffs. Well, that's kind of a whiff. It's kind of a whiff. But it's going to draw them 3 cards, so it's pretty much lights out. All right, guys, we did our best. I mean, like, that game, like, we were pretty messed up with our mana. And I could have forced this, but we still die anyway. Just make sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to block here, and then they have trample anyway, so GG. All right, well, game 3, we've got 10 minutes. Definitely not going to time out or anything. That was just an awkward game. We got stuck on mana. We didn't have any creatures. We had both Eladamri's calls in hand with no white. This guy does like going to... Harsh Mentor is good against my fetches, so I have to remember, like, fetch. Well, it doesn't matter. If they play it, I just fetch in response. I was saying they do like to play at instant speed. I think Winds is actually pretty good. But then so is all the removal. Maybe Sin Collector is a little bit too cute. It's a little bit slow. Maybe I can trim 1 force. We had 1 stuck in hand at the end. So if they like playing at instant speed so much, maybe Teferi is good. I don't know. That setup was pretty solid. Teferi also bounces slow creatures. I think we'll just run it like this. See how it goes. Only change from game 2 to game 3 was taking 1 force out for the Winds of Abandon. Well, there's that same situation here. If we go get green-white, we can play Wall of Blossoms, we can play Path, we can play Ephemerate, so I think this is a keep. We do need 1 more land, preferably a fetch. And we can Path even on turn 1. Though, it's hard to know because their 2-drops are really where it's at. Okay, don't even have to worry about it. That's great. So next turn, they take the turn off to play a 2-drop. Tempo-wise, we're doing pretty well here. Astrolabe is really good, really good to get us that black mana. So now any land sets us up pretty nicely. I mean, Quaddle is a castable spell. Welcome everybody to the stream. Those of you I haven't said hello to yet, I see there's a few of you here now watching. We're testing out Akroma, since you can play it as a morph and then ephemerate it. We came really close. We actually got it on the battlefield against Esper Control. Land. Yes. Okay. So this turn, I mean, we've got options, right? Lots of nice instant speed options. So I think it's going to be Quaddle and Path. And since Steamkin is kind of a jerk and gets a bunch of counters and then lets them continue to go off, I think I just want to Path that now, I guess. Alternatively, I could go Astrolabe and then Abrupt Decay so I don't ramp them. That actually seems pretty good. But Icefang gets another creature on board. Astrolabe just establishes Death Touch. I've got 1 Abrupt Decay in the main and 2 Assassin's Trophies. All right, well, all of this is pretty decent. I'm just going to decay this right now so they don't get to do anything with it. And, you know, this position is okay. Healthy life total on turn 3. Great spells in hand. We want to draw another land next turn, preferably a basic land. Eidolon, we can deal with that. Actually, Knight would be great off the top. Land is also great. So we can go like Sin Collector, Ephemerate Sin Collector here. That's pretty bomb. But that hits us twice with Eidolon. I think I just need to get that off the battlefield right away. So I path that right now. I was saying I have 1 decay in the main, and then I have 1 decay in the sideboard. It's primarily for dealing with Teferi. An Eternal Witness would be sweet to be able to get back some of this removal. So now I think I want to go Sin Collector, honestly, and see what they're working with. Alternatively, I could just develop my board a little bit, hold up Ephemerate. That seems a little better to me, I think. I'd love to hit light up the stage to get rid of it. But I can wait a moment. I doubt they're going to dump their hand on their turn. I'll just go get a forest right now. You know what? Maybe I want to get black. Now I'll just get a basic. I want to use all my mana right now. And we've got the other astrolabes, so whatever. Whatever as far as caring about mana colors. Okay, Kiln Fiend. I don't want to deal with that thing. 2 Kiln Fiend. So I think I took Deputy out. Opponent with the tap out. Ephemerate, pretty sick. Another Ephemerate. Come on, Eternal Witness. Well, there are all the lands I could ever want. Sin Collector, double Ephemerate. But to do that, I need to be tricky with my mana, I guess. I can't really do that. I think I want to start off with an Astrolabe here. Could still draw an Eternal Witness. Or an Uro or Auriok champion. That's what I'm talking about. And we still have double Ephemerate up. It could be irrelevant if they just like go bonkers with Trample. That you just lose to that sometimes. But now I just pass, I guess. I mean, Crash Through is a beating with double Kiln Fiend. Just like an absolute beating. Oh my god. All right. Well, if they were going to go off with spells, they probably would have not cast that Kiln Fiend. Man, if we get to go to our turn, if they're like waiting to build up for the triple Kiln Fiend turn, we get to just strip their hand next turn. Although, let's see. If I go get like Overgrown Tomb, I go black, white, green, and then yeah, I've got double Ephemerate up with Astrolabe, so I can strip 3 cards out of their hand if that's what they're sitting on. They have not played any spells this turn yet, so they're probably thinking like, can he win next turn? Oh god, Crash Through. That's terrible. But they're going to draw a card, and then I guess they get to sit back for the next turn, sort of blow out. Hopefully we can take all the cards out of their hand. Just don't go bigger right now, opponent. Actually, if we draw, I brought in Winds of Abandon, and I've got that right now if we draw into it. I've got the mana for it, I should say. Yeah, that's a reasonable call, particularly if they're lava darting. Well, they're lava darting me. It's still, oh my god, it's a lot of damage because they can sack a mountain now. So they're going to go, let me let these guys grow. So there's 7 now. They're going to become 10s, right? And I'm going to take 2, go down to 15. If it's 10 damage coming at me, I need to prevent 6 of it, and I kind of can do that. I guess I have to ephemerate here. I only have 1 path, honestly, so I can't ephemerate into path. Ephemerate gains me life, though, so I can ephemerate once and just see what I'm working with here. I also have to kind of play kind of quick. I could draw well, they've got, even if they leave Lava Dart for next turn, I mean, I don't know. Why wait for it? Lava Darting now. I think I want to ephemerate that as well. Gain a little more life. Draw a card, get closer to wins. All right, so 20 damage coming through here. Then we're going to take 19 right now. Can't really do that. So now we're going to take some annoying amount of damage. It's about the black mana. That was the limiting factor. So we go white, black. Yeah, you're right. We don't need, but we're not going to get those ephemerates back. So we're just going to draw a bunch of cards here. Man, these triggers are going to make me lose the game. All right, so we've got some stuff to do, I guess. Can Sin Collect. Can blow up one of their dudes. Abrupt Decay. We can play 2 more creatures, a double Death Touch. If they have another trample card, it kind of kills us, but we can take it away right now. I think that's the way to go. Crash Through. Oh, they have double Crash Through. I think that's game, guys. I don't think we were ever going to beat double Crash Through with triple Kiln Fiend. So now they have Crash Through. I'm pretty sure we're just toast. It's too much damage. 8, and we can prevent a little bit of it, but they had Burst Lightning, so we're just dead. Double, and they already cast a Crash Through, so they had triple Crash Through this game. 14 damage coming through. That was just like the nuts, basically. Triple Kiln Fiend. Very silly. We didn't draw any Eternal Witnesses to get back Path. So yeah, we're just toast. Sorry we didn't get there, guys. Let me run to the bathroom, come back, I will jump right back in. All right, I'll see you later. Come back to Earth. You know what, guys? I realized just now when I was in the bathroom, if I had stuck to the line I was thinking of and not Ephemerate on their turn, I wouldn't have gained 2 life. Oh, we can get in again against this guy. I think it's the same opponent. I want to run that back. I feel like we should have a pretty good matchup against Prowess. So anyhow, if I had stuck to my line, I could have cast Sin Collector and then Ephemerated it, right? Opponent's starting with 7 cards. We've got removal, but no creatures. Lands. Ephemerate is like the best card in our deck. We're going to draw into creatures. I kind of like this hand, guys. I mean, it's a hand I haven't seen that often, like the Ephemerate hand without any creatures. It's got all the lands we could want, and it's got some removal. So we could go like turn 1, well, turn 1 Overgrown Tomb, turn 2 Forest and just kill their creature. Almost certainly have backup creature. At that point, we don't even have white on the board to Ephemerate, so I guess I have to mulligan. This is a little bit better. This is better. So green, white. We do need black, and then I guess I'll pitch one of the forests. So Prowess on the play can win like turn 3 for sure. Gonna have to do our best. It's quite slow our hand, but oh, he's on a different deck. That's funny. He's just like tricking me. All right. Well, let's see how it goes. Deputy should be really good against tokens. We're gonna be, if I get black, we're gonna be a little bit behind on our blue mana. Whereas Deputy is good against tokens, or I should say excellent against tokens. Spot removal is not that great, particularly 2 CMC spot removal. We'll do what we have to do. We can blow up this thing if we need to. Okay, well, that dies to Assassin's Trophy. So they kept the Anthem hand. We can start blowing up their anthems. I'm certain this was the same opponent as last time. We could also just, oh, Deputy. Yes, that's a good one. But I do need blue mana to cast that, which means maybe I just blow up their vampire for now. They're gonna untap and play some spirits or something, and then I can I just need some blue mana. If I get screwed on blue mana, I'm going to be upset. But I need to use these trophies. I guess we can just let them go and then decide what we want to do. Yeah, Swizz, you read my mind. So there are the souls. And at this point, we do have the ephemerate. So I kind of feel like we have to take 3 here and then nab the spirits with deputy. Of course, I could get black and then magically draw into a blue source, which would kind of feel bad. I mean, it would be amazing, but it would be bad if we wait on this. I'm gonna take the patient path. They only have 1 card left in hand. Of course, they have a lingering souls that they can flash back, but we have an ephemerate for the deputy. So I'm gonna get blue and be patient. My opponent, I guess, really likes aggressive decks. Maybe I shouldn't have cracked that and just waited to try to draw more lands. All right, well, so it was the correct choice, I think. So if they don't have like a path, we should be pretty sort of well set. They don't have any black mana yet, so they can't cast Lingering Souls. Oh, they have the path. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, at least it fixes our mana. Sacred Cat. That's stupid. So now we just deal with their creatures for a little bit. I can just go Astrolabe, Oracle, Ghost Block, basically, on the Vampire. Seems pretty decent. Force is also decent. Kind of makes me not want to cast this Oracle now. But I've got to do what I've got to do. Akroma. Oh my god. That seems pretty good. It's not a blue card though. Well, we can get Akroma down and flip her over. Come back to Earth is going to be kind of sad if that's what happens. All right, another Legion's Landing. Kill the other Legion's Landing. It's going to make another Vampire. Not sure what you're talking about, Swiss. Oh, you're saying if I waited? Anyhow, let me concentrate here. All right, well, opponent's thinking. Nothing they can do right now. Do need to deal with one of their creatures so that they don't flip their Legion's Landing. Okay. Could flash in Coatl here, but I'm not sure that's exactly what I want to do. Probably just Witness, get back, Ephemerate. Time Warp is interesting. They didn't see it, I think. I think they saw Coiling Oracle. But we have to not die. So I let them flip the Legion's Landing if I don't kill one of their creatures. So I think basically like Abrupt Decay and then flash in a Coatl to kill one of their things. I think I want to flash Coatl in now in case I draw land. It's not a surprise. They know I have it in hand already. All right, that's kind of annoying. I guess I could force it if I want to. I mean, at this point, what am I not forcing? We're getting pretty close to Time Warp. So let's buy ourselves a little bit of time. I kind of feel like just saving removal for their creatures makes sense. I know what this guy's thinking about. Like, he's got no cards in hand. There's no play except, I guess he's deciding whether he wants to attack. Seems kind of weird not attacking. I think we're like two turns away from potentially comboing off. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Just trying to push damage. All right, so now easy decisions. Just Time Warp first. Attack for 1. Just notice the opponent's at 36 life. That's kind of funny. 36. It's a lot of life. All right. So Witness, get back Ephemerate, chill, and then Ephemerate for Time Warp. And we do need another land. I think I just Witness, Ephemerate, and I can hold up Assassin's Trophy. I mean, I don't technically need... Yeah, I don't know, whatever. I'm not in any rush. I think I could also just hold up Ephemerate to Ghost Block. Now I can, if I don't die, I can just Ephemerate for a land, and I think I just win. Two white tokens. If you have 5 or less life, yeah, that's not relevant. All right, you got it, opponent. So now you guys can start placing your bets about how many turns the opponent's going to make me take. So here, I do want to, so I'm just going to block with Eternal Witness, prevent a bit of damage, and then Ephemerate. And we are getting back a land here. All right, good to go. I think they're going to make me take significantly more. I think they might actually make me play the whole thing out. I feel like my system is running a little bit choppy. I'm going to close Chrome in a second. And see if that affects how things are going here. Why did that not close? Okay, there we go. And then I think that should be fine. So as soon as I draw an extra land, I can play an Astrolabe. If I draw 2 extra lands, I can start playing creatures. Bad thing is my wrist is a little bit sore right now. Okay, there's a land. It's pretty nice. Just crack that right away. Bit of forest. Ephemerate. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. Annoying that they're making me play it out, but, you know, it's their prerogative. Come on, let's go. Oh, I should have attacked with Ice Fang. I'll do that next turn. Not a big deal. 35, 34, same difference. Okay, we can do that. We can get Akroma. Opponent doesn't realize that it's their priority now. Auto tapping works weird on Magic Online. It automatic. What it does by automatic, when it uses the color on the left. So like I'll only get green and white, which is kind of annoying. I told you guys this guy was going to make me do all this stuff. Yeah, my system is not loving this. It's running kind of slow right now. Okay, we can play the land, go down to 1. Yeah, I should finish with like 10 minutes left, I think. Like, it's just like gates open at this point. Just, so we do want to gain some life so we can, like, play our lands. So I guess I get a Knight of Autumn. I can play the land, but just not crack it. Just gotta be really careful with that. Okay, so I guess all of our basics are out at this point. So I'm not sure. I should have gotten a shock. So now I can time warp. All right, and I can cast the Knight and then fetch some lands. I'm just gonna play Akroma because you guys want me to. It's not really necessary. I could hardcast Akroma with. I can hardcast Akroma. That's funny. I'm only gonna cycle 1 Ephemerate. I don't want to get multiple triggers. I'll make the Knight into a 4/3. Or I could just, you know, eliminate my opponent's permanents. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now I can play it face down. Cool, cool. Astrolabe. Vista, is not very useful. Rebound. Stick with this for just a minute. Soon, maybe next turn we can. You know what? Hold on. Let's Ephemerate. Well, this is fine. All right, so now I do need to flip Akroma. I can pay for I can pay for it. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Oh wait, I can't do it yet. Oh wait, can I? Yeah, I can. It's gonna take like more time than it should. Oh wait, I can't do it. God damn it, I counted wrong. Oh my god, guys. I have no more basics I can get. I guess I can, yeah, whatever. I'll cast the wall. I want to draw another Ephemerate. Or Soulherder or something. Alright, there we go. Game on. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to get Ephemerate right now. And just going to Ephemerate the... Oh, wait, but then she can't attack. Let's cancel. Play Soulherder. Oh, wait. Let's actually just take the extra turn. Time Warp. All right. Play Soulherder. We're not going to attack. We're going to wait until Akroma can join the team. That's a lot of work, guys. I'm not going to cast the rebound. And I'm going to attack for the win. Actually, you know what? I'm bounce this stupid cat. I know, it took too long. It would have taken less if I didn't do the Akroma nonsense. Alright. Well, the next game, like a normal game shouldn't take more than around 8 minutes, so I can play fast. Alright, spirits. We're gonna bring in Auriok Champion. Right, gains a bunch of life. Seems decent. You guys can talk me out of it. I don't know. Abrupt Decay seems good. Sin Collector exiles like, you know, a Lingering Souls or something. Worship seems like they can't beat it, but I have to win fast. Basically, I'm on the win fast plan here. I need to win this game. So I'm keeping in all of my aggro stuff. Definitely taking out Time Warp. Definitely. Sorry, Akroma. It's not happening again. I'm going to take out Venser. Deputy is the bomb. Wall is not that amazing. I guess this could be okay. I didn't get wins. That's definitely coming in. Teferi's removal against tokens. I guess that's true-ish. I don't want to cut too much. Worship is so slow, honestly. Like, I'm not playing Worship this game. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. I got a minute to think about it. I do have to win this game, so I might as well play Worship. It'll give me another turn or two or whatever. Auriok Champion. It's kind of passive and it's double white. I'll take that out. I don't know. Gotta cut 2. All right, cut the wall. And cut 1 Eternal Witness. Slightly less relevant because, well, they might bring in Graveyard Hate, so I feel fine with 2 witnesses. All right, full steam ahead. I can still talk to you guys. It's not like total crunch time yet. We do have 7 minutes, 47 seconds. Keep. Booyah. Leyline. Creature tokens get +1/+1. That's fine. That's fine. Could even force that. But I'm going to let it resolve. We need to play our game. Worship is good. Oh, that's fun. Oh my god. All right, well, we still got Worship to lean on until we can kill that thing. Siege Rhino is reasonable. I'll play my creature because I can. We do need to get creatures down for Worship. But once Worship is down, I can play super fast, I think. I just need to draw one more land. Or we got to do it the hard way because we can't draw cards. Oh wait, Oracle. Oh, it doesn't trigger. Doesn't trigger at all. It's not a question of drawing cards. It's all fine if we draw one more land. Oh, Ghost Quarter, huh? Let's see. Right, another Hushbringer, whatever. You got it. Coatl, it's just another creature. It can ghost block if nothing else. Uro does get an attack trigger, and it doesn't get an ETB, but it does gain. Does go to the graveyard, so whatever. Actually, you know what? Better to just leave up. Leave up force. Leave up ghost blocks. We just need to draw land. You know what, guys? I'm gonna scoop this one. They got the double Hushbringer. It is on a stick, but we have lots of removal. I only wasted 1 minute on that game. I think cutting my losses is probably the best I can hope for. I mean, we drew really good cards. If they waited just a little bit longer, I was drawing to wins eventually. So now I just have to play a little bit extra fast. Don't have any extra. I guess I could Thoughtseize away a Hushbringer. That seems decent. And maybe we take out one Assassin's Trophy because I'm killing tokens. Maybe I actually bring in a wall, cut both Assassin's Trophies. It is removal to get rid of. Hard to say what's better. I think removal is good, but the wall also seems good. If I'm gonna play really fast, Uro's kind of click intensive. I'll trim one Uro. Come on, let's go. It's wasting my clock while it Sits here like this. Come on. Keep. Or no. Mulligan, maybe. Keep this. We've got blue, white into green. Blue, green. We need blue, white. Shit. I think that's fine. We're going to pitch that. Say done. So obnoxious. So obnoxious. So crazy, ridiculous. All right, that's good. Shucks. All right, now it's just a lot of F6ing. Like I'm not blocking anything ever again. Oh man. Westville Abbey, what? Gonna counter that. Not drawing any cards. But it's okay because I'm not dying for the time being. Probably should have attacked. My bad. Another Hushbringer. This is so stupid. I think they get to do this pretty soon. Like next turn. No Death Touch yet. Could have Death Touch soon, though. Not yet. I'm not sure what the demon does against us. It has lifelink. It's going to be impossible to win. Good attack, opponent. Love it. Good attack once again. Guess he's gaining life, right? That's what he's doing. Death Touch established. Oh, I should have blocked the Hushbringer. I'll do that next time. It's not that it matters very much. Basically drawing to Winds of Abandon now, basically, you know? Like, we've got 40 cards left in the deck. Only one more Hushbringer to deal with, so Eternal Witnesses should be pretty good. Oh, Oro just sticks around because his trigger didn't go. That's pretty cool. It's going to help me win faster. All right, so opponent obviously using a lot more time than I am. I do not think they can beat me. I mean, I could beat myself. Oh, that doesn't trigger. That's right. That's rough. Okay. So what am I drawing to? Just removal, basically. But getting creatures on the board makes sense because once I cast Winds, I need to be able to turn the corner in some reasonable amount of time. Now, they're not attacking with Ormondal, which is stupid because it's indestructible, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Rest in Peace is obnoxious, but, you know, we're just looking for wins, basically. And I'm going to play this thing as well. Any creatures go straight to the battlefield. And we cast Winds of Abandon, and hopefully we win within a few turns. What are you saying is sick, Swizzy? Oh, I can attack with Uro if I want to draw a card and gain life, but he just dies to Ormondal, so probably not the best idea. Also just gets exiled from Rest in Peace. There you go. Good boy. Peace, Hushbringer. Peace. Oh yeah, Oro not being sacked is pretty cool, huh? And goodbye, Ormondal. Okay, another Teferi. I mean, kind of takes some time. Another Westvale Abbey. Fun. I think they don't know that I have a board wipe, so... I have another board wipe. They could have a path. They probably should have a path at this point. Yeah, if I get wins now, it's just GG right away, pretty much. Okay, they hit the Soulherder, so good for them. Thin the deck a little bit, get us closer to wins. Also Deputy. Fine, again thinning the deck. Yeah, this is fine. He's going to get exiled, but he'll kill some of their creatures. I mean, whatever. Okay, okay, okay. No, I don't want to do extra ticks with Teferi. All we want to do is draw cards. I can't waste any seconds at this point. We're getting way too low. The only thing I'll do with my hand currently is Path to Exile and Ormondal, if that's what they do. Oh, I should play Sin Collector. Not for the trigger. Kind of want it to not trigger. That's fine, I guess. You can just path it. Whatever. This is actually getting kind of bad, because if I get too low on cards, I might not have enough turns to actually attack and win. Six cards left. Did I not bring this card in? I don't think I have enough damage now to win. In 4 turns or whatever. Man, this is annoying. This attack was probably stupid. I guess I can ephemerate if I want to. Oh, they took all of it. That's cool. Now I can win, I guess, maybe. I can't do it. I can't do it. Shit. 81. Oh no. Guys, it's the last card in my deck, I think, if I brought it in. Oh, God. Oh, man. Last card in the deck. Look at them timing me out. Good for you. Yeah, you got it, opponent. All right. Last card in the deck. I mean, once we got Worship, it could have been like any card between like card 40 and card 60. The only reason also, well, I guess no, I probably would have lost that anyway. I was going to say I had no time because I time warp comboed at the beginning. But it wasn't time that really did me in. It was the fact that I got wrecked by Winds of Abandon. All right. Yeah, that was weird. I'm gonna join back in. I hope it's not the same guy. What a stupid matchup. Hushbringers. Man, what an uphill fight that was. I killed 4 Hushbringers if you guys were keeping track. I have so much removal post board. I mean, if I had more time, like if I didn't spend all that time doing the time warp combo in game 1, I would have had a lot more time to think carefully in game 3. Like I could have been ephemerating and blowing up all their enchantments with Night of Autumn. It's possible. Well, I don't know. It's a silly matchup. Yeah, Hushbringer definitely got me. But the guy did draw like all 4 of them in the first half of his deck. I think he had 2 in his opening hand. All right, if I don't find an opponent pretty soon, I might just... All right, there we go. Panic Daddy. It's not that same guy. It had 2 painful losses to that guy. He had the triple Kiln Fiend hand. With the triple Kiln Fiend and triple Crash Through. Oh, what a weird hand, huh? Unfortunately, we have to mulligan it. Yeah, this is gas. So as always, you're going to bottom the Time Warp. As always. So I don't know, just give me like Death Shadow or something. Like, need something kind of relaxing. Jund. I don't want to play against Bant, Snow, whatever. Oh, God, I thought it was going to be like a Spell Snare. Like, get out of here. Spell Snare. So is this Storm? Are we going to lose to Storm? No third land yet. Path, our only defense. We've only got 2 forces. Find that land. I think we're going to get wrecked by Storm, honestly. I don't have any direct Grave Hate, really. I still have Surgical. That's all I've got. Okay, well, they went bottom, so there's some vague hope at this point. Jeez. What kind of creatures do I have that are like good against storm? I don't think there's really any in particular. I mean, Deputy is good against. Yeah, we just got to win the game fast. Deputy's good against Empty the Warrens. So yeah, just Wall of Blossoms. Good old Wall of Blossoms. So now, I mean, we can, if they play their cost reducer and don't immediately win the game, we can path and then keep getting back path. Well, they're all in on the cantrips right now. Okay, they have a third land. Also, if they don't run it in the main, they might run it in the sideboard. Aria of Flame. Knight is good against that. I'm pretty sure I'm 1-2 for the evening, beating Esper Control easily and losing to tokens and prowess. The prowess game was so stupid. I'm still like salty from that. If they don't play a creature here, I can path my wall if I want to ramp. Not sure how relevant that is. But the wall's not doing a whole lot, and the path's not doing a whole lot if they don't have creatures. All right, well, I think I can chill on path for a little bit. I mean, they're just like sculpting their hand right now. I've only got an Oracle. This is a terrible matchup in game one. I guess I could Venser or something to like bounce their Past in Flames. God, it's ridiculous. They're going bottom again. I kind of want to leave up path here. So I guess I can ephemerate. Or you know what? I can Eternal Witness, but that doesn't getting back a land. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Oh, but then I'd have to get white, unless I get blue-white or something for path. Getting an Eternal Witness on the battlefield seems reasonable. Just push a little more damage if nothing else. All right, so now we've got path up if we need it. And we can attack for more than one, which is nice. Okay. Problem is, with 7 cards in hand, 4 lands in hand, very little I can hope for here. Looks like they're going for Electromancer. Could be Monomorphos. Oh, maybe just straight gifts, I guess, which will set it up anyway. A force off the top would be the best. And so I guess in response to this, I can ephemerate and potentially force it. Sure, I guess. What is going on here? They're gonna just ritual into Past in Flames? Oh, they spliced. Okay. Fair enough. So if they had the cost reducer, they would have played it already. This is fine. Gonna wait until they play gifts or Past in Flames, in response to which, well, they could just be going for like a manual Grape Shot or Empty the Warrens. Empty the Warrens probably the best for us if they have it in the main. I think they do, because we've got the Eladamri's Call potentially for. All right, they're gifting me, so I think that we're going to Ephemerate now. I mean, it's a very slim chance that we draw a force. There's only 2 in the deck. Yeah. All right. I mean, I've been getting pretty good cards tonight. It's just things haven't been working out. Opponents have been having pretty nutty hands. Honestly, like, this is like the slowest Storm will ever be. If I was playing Merfolk, they'd be dead already. Oh, super boring. What a match. All right. So we put Past in Flames and Grape Shot in the bin and let them do their thing. Oh, they had another Past in Flames in hand. They've got them on Amorphous. I don't want to make you guys sit around and watch like Storm combo off. You guys know how it works. Pretty boring. Honestly, Storm is like the most boring deck. You do the same exact thing every single game. Like somebody was saying it was an interactive deck on the Discord the other day, and it's like only more interactive than like Cheerios, basically. It's pretty all-in combo. Like the fact that they run a few remands is not really interaction. Thought Seize. Don't really love putting things in their graveyard. Auriok Champion to gain some life if the game goes long. Teferi's pretty bad. Sin Collector exiles, so that's pretty good. Not sure if any of you guys are with me anymore. Seems like Akroma is too dirtily to win against Storm. I think Time Warp comes out as well. Deputy stays in for the Goblins. I mean, it's just such a bad matchup. I mean, I feel like I've got... Well, Abrupt Decay is probably better than Path, so we don't ramp them, but removal's kind of important for their cost reducers. But again, I really don't expect to win this. Trim some Wall of Blossoms and trim 1 Eladamri's Call, I guess. So I guess my criticism of Akroma at this point is that it's just pretty dirtily, pretty hard to pull off. So since this is a terrible matchup, you have to really consider your hands pretty closely. This is going to replace itself. If it's any land, I can cast Oracle. I'll get 2 more draws off of that. Next, like the draw step and then this thing. Deputy again enters one of their win conditions. I've got Path for their cost reducer. I don't even know, like I don't have a ton of like great hate against them either. I just brought in like 2 Surgicals, an Ashiok, and something, an Abrupt Decay. So I'd rather this end sooner rather than later, so I'm just going to keep this, beat myself, I guess. Kind of a bad mindset, but I got to land, so pays off. And we're still probably going to lose. I could set up the sideboard much better to deal with Storm, but it's like something around like 15th place in the metagame with like 1 or 2% right now, so you can't be super prepared for everything. If any of you guys are listening right now, give me a shout out in the chat, so I know I'm not talking to myself. I mean, I like listening to my own voice, but I'm here for you guys. I do it for the fans, and nobody's listening. This is such a bummer. Another Coiling Oracle. Seems pretty good. Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino doesn't look amazing when you compare it to, you know, like combo decks. All right, opponent with the untapped Steam Vents. Okay, Monomorphos. Okay. Be kind of cool if they just go for the goblins here. Like, they might just think it's like the winning line. Man, I'm getting tired. This guy's calculating. Okay, another ritual. Keep it coming, please. Empty your hand. They go for Grape Shot. That's fine. This really feels like goblins. Like, why overextend into a Grape Shot here? I mean, overextend into, yeah, there they are. That's beautiful. Now, there's none of you guys here to appreciate this. Maybe I'll take a screenshot. Do you deserve it, though? Not sure. Again, we can still totally just lose right now. They can just go off again next turn, I'm sure. Surgical is interesting. Surgical is interesting. Well, let's go to our turn. Catch the rebound. And, yeah. Hit a land. That's nice. I could play a Siege Rhino if I wanted to. But I think I'd much rather just ephemerate all of these guys. So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, ephemerate. I want to deputy all these guys. Yeah, I don't know. There's no real need. Oh, he just conceded. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So opponent knows that we play that now, so they'll be a little bit more careful, but I love the instant scoop. saves all of us some time. My head's gonna explode. So I don't know. Akroma feels to me very much like Panharmonicon, right? So it's like pay 3 mana, pay another one for Ephemerate. You're paying 4 mana. When you Ephemerate it, you can't attack with it right away. So it's like you have to wait another turn. So it's you know, it doesn't affect the board right away the same way that Panharmonicon doesn't affect the board right away. Okay. Going for the 2-2, but I'm up against an extremely unfavorable matchup. So, all right. Well, we got one of our extremely few sideboard pieces. This is about as good as it gets. Opponent can go off before I can land Ashiok, though. I mean, we got the curve, right? 1, 2, 3. Land, not the best. But we're going to have some more card draw. Actually, we've got 2 forces, right? All I got to do is draw a force and we're in this. They're finally going to play one of their cost reducers. Yeah, those guys have been hiding. All right, rough draws. Rough draws. We're just going to lose next turn. It's how Storm does on the play. It's what they do. So I am going to... You know what? I think I'd rather play Coatl here so that they don't know if I have Force. If I play Oracle, it gets me ahead on mana, but I only need 3 to play Ashiok anyway. Let me play this now so they can't remand it. Ugh. Play another Baral. That seems like the best course of action. Oh, that's pretty nice as far as piles go. So we've got a repeal and a pieces in hand. Pretty nice indeed. We get another turn. You know, I don't even know how good Ashiok is in this. You get rid of some stuff, but they just fill it back up. What is that last man for? Like the fact that I didn't draw what I wanted to draw? Okay. So now I think I'd like to thin the deck a little bit. I think I'll just get like whatever. A forest. Oh, you know what? I think this stops gifts also, right? All right, well, we didn't hit any other payoff cards. So Ashiok, a little better than I was giving him credit for. Since it stops gifts. Got a lot of windows open here. He's gonna make goblins again. I think he gets me with the goblins this time. Oh, he can repeal Ashiok. I don't know that that does it for him here, though. Unless he keeps ritualing. Like, if he does a few rituals and then repeals, like, he could get there. This is Storm keeping 7 on the play. Like... what did they reveal here? They put Opt and Serum Visions into their hand. So they played the puzzle. So that's what they've got. Are they repealing Ashiok now? No, not yet at least. Untapped. Going for it. Steam Vents to kill Ashiok would be reasonable. I mean, sorry, so what am I saying? I saw the Steam Vents. Grape Shot to kill Ashiok would be okay. I don't know. We're going to have to see. They've definitely got some payoff card in hand. This is a storm turn. Currently, they can flash back a Past in Flames, but they have no more mana left over after that. So they need like a Monomorphose or another Ritual. They do have 5 cards in there. Oh, there's the Grape Shot. Pretty sure he's going after Ashiok here, which is a bummer. We got no more Ashioks. We can play like an Eternal Witness, but that takes a whole turn off. If we don't have Ashiok left, then on the board, we can't empty their graveyard. All right. So I mean, he drew a Grape Shot. That's kind of the most we can hope for. I mean, I guess it's decent, but they can also just go off with Past in Flames and Grape Shot from the graveyard. Abrupt Decay is something. Like I'm not gonna be sad about drawing Abrupt Decay. I think I just cast that right now. Oracle is attractive, but I just make it a little harder for them to do what they want to do. Opponent's got a stacked graveyard. We could, between their exile, there's only one Baral and one Electromancer in here, so very likely that they could have another one. Or draw into another one. Yeah, I'm going to try to do my best here, but, you know, you can't be disappointed if you don't expect anything. They went top and bottom. Play a land, and 4 mana means Gifts is available. But they're opting, so no Gifts yet. They went top, which means it's probably pretty good. Probably like a Baral or an Electromancer, another Sleight of Hand. We could get to 6 lands, at which point Eternal Witness for Ashiok is back online. Something like Surgical to just get Grape Shot out of the picture seems reasonable, because if they only have 1 Grape Shot and 1 Empty the Warrens, we're much better equipped to deal with Empty the Warrens. Hey, look at this guy. All right, so let him play some goblins, and we're ready for it. Siege Rhino. So let's see here. Do want to play Astrolabe. That seems solid. And there's the Eternal Witness. So one more turn, and we can get Ashiok back on the board. We're in this to win this, guys. But still super sketchy. Where are my forces? Well, that is not the scariest thing in the world. We're going to gain 10 life. And we can deputy it and ephemerate. That's kind of sick. I've actually won like this before. By kind of fine with them responding to this ephemerate if they want to like bolt it or something. Nice. Very nice. Wow. So I got a lot of gas now. I think I just go Deputy on Aria here and then just like get back Ephemerate. So let me do that first, see if they just like remand it or something. So just going to try to grab Ephemerate here. Now Deputy with Ephemerate up. They could totally remand it, but that wouldn't be the end of the world. Monolith or something like that would be worse, but that's not something that Storm plays. Sick. All right. Then they can bolt it. We gain more life. And we could always Ephemerate the Deputy to gain more life, just like whenever we feel like it. It's getting pretty interesting, actually. We're going to hold this Ephemerate. Absolutely not going to cast it at this point. Maybe I go play Ashiok now. Could go Rhino, Ephemerate, or hold up Ephemerate, and then they're just dead next turn. But I think I prefer getting back Ashiok. Just kind of tries to reduce the number of angles that they have. I can't, so yeah, I mean, I cast Rhino next turn and win, but I have to cast, I can't cast Ashiok and Rhino this turn. Is it going to resolve? Are they gifting on end step? Is that what's happening? If they can't do that if they counter this. All right, you know, we don't have any counter spells or anything. Negating this. Not a lot I can do about that. But they have gifts now, which means what? Means I pass the turn and oh, they're repealing. Oh, they know I have an Ephemerate. That's ridiculous. All right. All right, sucker. Give me that back. 33 life. Don't draw a card. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Opponent scooped. All right, so we went 2-0. I mean, 2-2. So I guess we can beat Storm if the opponent. I guess if we draw well, we hit Ashiok, hit our lands, hit Deputy. Yeah, can I get some Soulherder emotes spammed in there from my 3 viewers? Only one of you guys is actually listening right now. But that was a pretty cool game. Like, I should have remembered they had the repeal in hand. Or did I know that? I think I did. It just seems so long ago. We could have attacked next turn and then rhinoed them out. So if they didn't win next turn, which was going to be hard, right, with just 2 cards in hand. I love that repeal gets countered by Ephemerate. Like they don't draw a card. It's pretty awesome since it loses its targets. No, that's what I did. I Ephemerated Deputy, gained 10 life, and countered repeal. So they didn't draw a card. I gained 10 life. I kept my Deputy. I kept their Aria. I think it's safe to call that a blowout. All right, so let's talk about what is her name? Akroma. Final thoughts on Akroma. We we got her on board against Control, and then we watched the mad scramble for them to deal with it. Honestly, it seems like a non-bow with Eladamri's Call, because if we just put like some innocuous morph on the battlefield, like without calling for it, opponents like, what's that? Like a Rattleclaw Mystic? Like, what could that possibly be? And then, they're gonna path your Soulherder or something, or path your Eternal Witness, and then you just ephemerate your Akroma, and they're like, oh my god, it's Akroma. But when you call for it, it's like, hey, opponent, I've got an Akroma in my hand. I'm casting a morph. It could be Akroma. It could be a different morph. Who knows? And then they just path it or something. So, I mean, it's such... It could be something. It could be, sorry. It could be a good card. Like, I'm not totally ready to dismiss it yet. Nebbles in the Discord is the one who brought it up. He has sort of a sweet morph idea to synergize with Ephemerate. I think that Sagu Mauler is pretty bomb also. It's like a 6/6 trample hexproof. It's pretty nutty, and we can pretty easily cast it from our hand for 6 mana. So anyhow, I guess we'll have. I think I'm done with Akroma for the time being, as sad as that makes me. But I've been feeling like so good about this black build. You guys saw the games that I lost. I lost like that game against Tokens where they literally played all 4 Hushbringers. And the game against Prowess where they played triple Kiln Fiend, triple Crash Through. So again, feels good. The surgicals are at 2 right now because of Uro. Getting rid of Uros is important, and also the combo with Assassin's Trophy, blowing up a Tron land and then getting rid of it. Like, if you guys haven't watched my Tron video on my YouTube channel that I put today, you should watch that. It's pretty cool. Ashiok doing a little bit of work. I think he blew out Esper Control. I think they just scooped. I played Ashiok and then I played Teferi, and instead of countering Ashiok, they drew cards with Archmage's Charm. It's like, you have a counterspell. What are you trying to draw? What are you trying to draw? Like, you're trying to draw a counterspell. I don't know. Slightly unsophisticated opponents in the queues sometimes. So yeah, anyhow, the deck's getting tighter. I love the Singleton Abrupt Decay in the main deck with the backup in the sideboard. Did I say he? It? My bad. Did I say he? Please excuse my reckless pronouns. Ashiok is they, I guess, right? Not even being not being sarcastic. Like, let's call it what it should be called. Decay is awesome, right? It's so good. It's like, unlike Assassin's Trophy, against any deck except Tron, Abrupt Decay is like 100 times better in the early part of the game, so we don't ramp the opponent and fix their mana. Yeah, no complaints about the build. Still feels solid. I don't really want more calls because I don't have Aether Vial. There's plenty of times where I don't really want a call in hand. So 2 feels fine. Everything feels fine. I did win with Time Warp tonight. Oro contributed. Deputy contributed a lot. That's probably enough for tonight. Thanks as always, guys, for joining me. If any of you guys haven't followed, definitely do that. If you haven't subscribed and you want to support the stream, you can do that as well. Remember, you get a free subscription with Amazon Prime. You can link your accounts. Ask me on the Discord if you want to know how to do that. Yeah, this is my Monday night stream. I streamed on Saturday, I think, as well this week. And I'll definitely be seeing you guys again before next Monday. We've got all this time since we're in quarantine. Want to keep tuning this deck. I think I'll probably next time I stream, I'll start a league and we'll see how it goes. It feels competitive. I feel better with this than I do with Bant. Like, Bant might be better, like Vials with calls, whatever. But this feels more like my style. So yeah, looking forward to starting